Pillow Talk. Pillow Talk is included on the New York Times' Best 1000 Movies list. And it was quite appreciated. It won an Oscar for Best Script. It was nominated for others, including Best Performance, Best Actress in a Leading Role, Doris Day. Somehow Rock Hudson was not nominated for being Brad Allen here, although he has he has a, we could maybe say, a complicated role to play, in that he was gay. It was not known, well, except for few in his close entourage, I guess. It was not known at the time. It was, of course, not just frowned upon. It was illegal for a long time. I think Oscar Wilde, Turing, made to go through a chemical treatment to alter his sexual orientation, if you will. So he plays Brad Allen, a playboy, womanizer, when he is in fact into men. But then again, I don't know if midway, but after some time, he plays another character. He has his, this decorator, playing a Texan, which was a bit over the top in my book. So, and to in fact conclude from now and see how we're going then, where we're going, I'm not overwhelmed really by this film. Comedy with some interesting twists, if you will, but in the perspective of the old world, of the old view of gender, of sexuality, of mores, if you will. Attitudes have changed, standards, limits, and this would be, I guess, a bit awkward. But who knows? They may make a remake, make an adaptation and change and put it in the new, within the new rules of the woke culture, cancel culture, Me Too, and so on. As it is, so we have them sharing a line. That sounds like ancient history. Although I had the experience, so I can. It's not as if we had that centuries ago. In fact, what am I saying? For a long time, in my youth, I was plagued really by the fact that I had no phone in the house, so I had to cue this place, this Brill, being one of the happy lands to experience communism, which was heaven for you. In theory, in practice it was hell. Not having a phone, I had to call prospects, potential dates, girlfriends from a payphone. And since things didn't work in communism, they don't. Think North Korea, another example. Soviet Union collapsed. Luckily, inshallah. I mean, alhamdulillah, inshallah. Inshallah, Putin will fall too. There would be 5, 10 people waiting. Quite often there would be no working phone. In fact, I was handcuffed to a radiator in an apartment building by a couple of policemen, because in desperation, or bored was, not finding any phone to place a call with. I mean, they were all out of order, and having, I don't know, some emergency, had to tell a date that something. Bang the last phone, last hope, and realizing it would be a disaster, a state of emergency, because I couldn't call and I couldn't be where. So anyway, bang the phone and the police took me in. How dare you uh, kick that phone and make the property of the beloved, I don't know, people not working. It's not working. That's anyway. So they share a line. I mean, they have to wait. So that's part of the plot, which people today wouldn't understand. What? We didn't have mobile phones, so that they could use WhatsApp and Orange, AT&T, Deutsche Telekom, whatever. What? Yeah, they couldn't. They had a and they disputed over it. And she says, Jan, Doris Day, to Brad Robertson, look, from this hour to past half, I will use it, and then from past half to the next, you use it. So we make this arrangement. Anyway, they meet sometime later in the plot, and he knows who she is, but she doesn't. And so, in order to avoid that, they have a very stressful connection at the beginning. They dispute and over the use of the same line for two people, two different households, if you will, even. Termina. And so he decides, I'll play this Texan. Okay? And they get very friendly. They're very close to each other. But then will she find out? Will he tell her? Look, we've been enemies, really, at the beginning. What will happen? Will they live happily forever after? This being a romantic comedy, I guess you know the answer. I'm not telling you.